Sulawesi resides in East Indonesia, in the past well known as Sulawesi, and is a beautiful and scenic island. As a tourism destination area, the strategic position of Sulawesi, supported by transportation, both air and sea transportation, facilitating tourism travel from and to many places throughout Indonesia. From International Airport Hasanuddin, with 20-kilometer distance, or from Soekarno-Hatta Seaport, and to enjoy the stylish atmosphere of Makassar city. For a comfortable place to stay, here are many hotels available with full service and facilities without leaving traditional characteristics. Besides, many restaurants available serving cuisine with the Makassar typical menu. We could tour to look around the Makassar city and visit various kinds of historical artifacts, which many exist. Among them is Fort Rotterdam, located in western part of Makassar city. The fort represents an artifact of Goa Kingdom supremacy in 17th century, which is the commercial city that is Makassar. Nowadays, the building located in the fort used by Historical Artifact Preservation and Lagaligo Museum, preserving many historical artifacts, manuscripts, sculptures, ceramics, traditional costumes, and varying other cultural artifacts. In eastern part of Fort Rotterdam, we could visit Mandala Monument, built to remain and stimulate the heroic values of Indonesian nation, particularly in the effort of Irian Barat or West Irian. Furnished with a building function as art and culture performance in East Indonesia region, at this monument we could find the list of heroes' names died to set West Irian free. In northern part of Mandala Monument, we could visit the Pangeran Diponegoro tomb. This offspring of 3rd Sultan Hamengkubuwono from Yogyakarta led the war against the Dutch, better known as Java War, in 1825 to 1830. Pangeran Diponegoro finally was arrested and exiled in Manado, then was moved to Makassar and died and was buried in Makassar in 1855. In east part of Pangeran Diponegoro tomb, we could visit a great masjid, the pride of South Sulawesi people. Al-Markaz Al-Islami Masjid, founded on the area 10 hectares within center of Makassar city, representing the luxurious masjid and auditorium in Asia and the greatest in East Indonesia region. We could visit South Sulawesi Art Building, which also represents the historical artifact of Dutch the colonial. The building still maintains its original characteristic, is the place to perform theater stage and the same kind of art programs. Makassar city has many marine tourism objects. One of them is Kayangan Island. This island is a beautiful coral island representing the well-known rescue for Makassar and surrounding people. Exactly in front of Fort Rotterdam, this island is very easy to reach, and we could reach it in less than 10 minutes using boat while enjoying the beauty of Makassar city's beach. From entrance of Kayangan Island, tracing the coast to the north, we could find Pautere Seaport. This seaport became the glory of Makassar, and tribes used to known as seamen tribes. The panorama of Losari Beach that becomes a potency in Makassar is very pleasure to enjoy, since besides the location in downtown of Makassar City has distinguished attraction. With sunsets, the atmosphere in Losari Beach changes to be a cool and ideal place to enjoy the sunsets in West, or just looking around to inhale the sea aroma accompanied by various foods served by the vendors along the beach. Typical cuisines such as roasted fish, soup saudara, soup ponro, coto Makassar, or even snacks such as pisang epe and varying other fresh beverages we could enjoy here. Maros Regecy, residing in north part of Makassar City about 30 kilometers distance, is the first city we could visit. In this region, we find many tourism objects like Bantimurung National Tourism Park and Prehistoric Park Leang Leang. Bantimurung National Tourism Garden is a tourism area having waterfall 30 meters high. It's a beautiful place and cool air. Located in steep lime hill with the fertile tropical nature condition makes this area as an ideal habitat for the many kinds of birds, rare insects and butterflies in various characteristics. Noted more than 150 butterfly species that in other areas are very difficult to find. This area also maintains many flora and fauna species like scarce macaca mora, as well as flora resources becoming the national asset. Not far from Bantimurung area, could be reached only about 5 to 10 minutes, there is Prehistoric Park Leang Leang with the maintained caves. It is estimated that the caves have been dwelt by human beings about 3,000 to 8,000 years before century, marked with prehistoric painting in form of jumping deer hawk and Tin's hand palm picture printed on the cave wall. Heading to north about 20 kilometers from Maros City, we will arrive in Pangkep, Kepulauan Regecy, with rich historical and geographical background of South Sulawesi. Pangkep Regecy has interesting cultural elements. One of them we can find and frequently performed in this regency is a custom ceremony Matemu Tahu. It is a series of custom ceremonies after the rice harvested to clean the kingdom equipment sacred, also the place for bisu to meet. Pinrang City, about 182 kilometers distance from Makassar City, having cool natural bath along Susu, where the shady trees and clear water flows over the year. This natural bath is very suitable as a resort to take a rest before continuing. Through Enrekang Regecy, along the way we will continue to see Toraja ruins. The attractions in Buntu Kabobong, that is an erotic mountain, since the form made by slopes and valleys of its hills. Not far from Buntu Kabobong, we will see the peak of Bambapuang Mountain. The air is very shelly and frequently is made as mountain tourism, even is very challenging to be made as climbing object. As the second tourism destination after Bali Island, Tanah Toraja has a condition as a reliable tourism area as except it has culture and uniqueness, also supported by capturing natural panorama. Located around 310 kilometers from Makassar, Tanah Toraja lies at 302 to 2,900 meters height from the sea level with the mountainous nature condition. One of tourism areas presenting the combination of natural beauty and its cultural uniqueness is Sangala. Scarce baby's tomb becomes one of interesting objects in this village. Also, there's a tomb location in Suai Castle is one of hillside as tomb of 7 kings and family of Sangala Kingdom. Still in Sangala, exactly at Buntu Kalando, there's a Tongkonan house that was established by King of Sangala, which now there's a museum inside. In this museum, we can see some of the kingdom's artifacts like warfare equipment and some warehouses that belonged to Puang Sangala. Tracing along Sadang River toward the north brings us to Sadang Tobarana that represents Toraja Weaving Center. The fascinating Toraja weaving has high cultural values, which we can see at this place with beautiful weaving displayed and sold at this village. About 2 kilometers from Sadang Tobarana, we could enjoy the beauty of Tongkonan Palawa. Tongkonan Palawa is one of eye-catching tongkonans. The picture of these tongkonans decorated tourism magazine abroad. Other tourism object that also very interesting to visit among them is Batu Tumunga, which located in Sesean area with a chilly climate approximately 1,300 meters above the sea level, and Lokomata, which displayed interesting view from 4 floors of great stone around road having 60 steep stone cliffs and enriched by the rice field, mountains and hill at the lower part. In this fresh mountain area, the handicraft workers create their work which is very harmonious with its serenity and nature beauty. By the influence of doctrine philosophy of Toraja ancestors known with the Aluk Todolok, philosophy remain grew in Toraja people in their daily life. Evidence from custom parties of Rambu Solo as well as Rambu Tuka that many of them relate to the death of tomb maintenance, until now still performed routinely in Tanah Toraja. This uniqueness we could see in the obsequious process and corpse placement at the slopes of the mountains with a certain height in line with the strata or social level in their community.